What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, man, TH the Great. Y'all already know who that is. And this video has been a video that I think me and my brother, we both been waiting to do. And we're gonna say this right now. We don't know how long this video is gonna be, or we don't know where this video is gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Y'all guys probably already seen the title. You know, this is a very special video for us. You know, we pretty much just gonna talk about our dad, you know what I'm saying? And I think this will be a way kind of to help us, you know, or whatnot. You know, I'll start by saying y'all guys know that, you know, our dad did pass away in May. And it's crazy because it's about to already almost be a year.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm just going to be honest with y'all, man. I know some people say, you know, oh, well, you know, it gets better or, you know, it gets easier. It really doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tell people, unless you lost a parent, then you really don't understand that pain. I understand people have lost loved ones and stuff like that. I get that. I'm not knocking that. I'm not here trying to say my pain is deeper than yours because I don't know what that person meant to you. You know what I'm saying? But I know so far as us, like, our dad was that male figure in our life. We didn't, you know, most guys have, like I've said it before, most guys have like superstars or entertainers or athletes or whoever it was that they looked up to. I know for me, I looked up to my dad. That's the person I looked up to. That was my role model, you know what I'm saying? You know, and my dad wasn't a perfect motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? He did, you know, shit, you know what I'm saying? But in a lot of ways, he taught me a lot of shit in reverse, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, and with me saying that, I'm not saying my dad was never not there for me or nothing like that, because I would be fucking lying. You know what I'm saying? My dad, you know, was there for me, well, you know, I can't say 34 years, but 33 years of my life, he was there. First steps, taught me how to ride a bike, tie a shoe, catch girls, treat girls, all that. You know what I'm saying? Everything that a dad is supposed to teach his son, Alvin Hayes taught me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Yeah, I mean, but me, how I take it is like how people say, you know, like he was saying, man, people like to say like it gets easier and stuff like that, man. Honestly, man, in a way it does, but to me, honestly, it doesn't. I mean, it does. It's not like it gets easier. It never does, and I know it's not gonna get ever to where it's like, oh, I can wake up and then have an easy day and not think about it. And nah, not like that.
Tougher than
that's
others,
not
man.
what. That's not how I take it. Me, how I say about me getting it, like it's getting easier for me because as each day goes by, I find something happy. You know, thinking about my dad. You know. Every day, like something I'll wake up and, you know, and I'll think about something that good that happened or a memory that we didn't have before, and it's like that keeps me happy. So it's like, okay, well, you know, I'm not thinking about how it was before in the beginning. Like every time I wake up, and it's like, oh man, you know, I'm sad, and it's like it's now I'm getting to the point. It's like, you know what, I'm learning how to get through it, you know, better.
How to cope.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Cope.
I don't necessarily want to say that's dealing with it easier. I don't want to say that, but it's just like you learn how to deal with it. You know what I mean? But I mean, man, our dad passing, man, it was like really, it's kind of like a wake up call too, man. Like a lot of people want to put however they feel about it on how when a certain person dies, they want to put themselves in it or you know whatever, man. But a lot of people don't really know how you really feel. Like they really don't. A lot of people, oh well, I know how it feels to lose a cousin or a friend, or I know how. Nah, man, that's not the same, dude. Have you really lost your pops before? Have you lost your moms before? And I don't even really feel that's the same. You know, when you losing your moms, I feel like that's a whole different thing too. You know what I mean? Like I can't sit up here and tell my homie that he lost his mom before, and even though I've lost my dad before, oh man, I feel your pain. I know how that feels to lose your mom. Yeah, I know how it feels to lose a parent. But man, I don't know how it feels to lose your mom. Now I know how it feels to lose your dad. Maybe he don't know how it feels to lose his pops. But I do. I know how that shit feels, man. And it's not a good feeling. Not to say losing your mom isn't, but I don't feel like people can say that type of stuff when you ain't really been through that. Like I know you trying to make me feel better, but you ain't your parent is there. You can go and hug your dad. You can go and pick up the phone and call your dad. You can text your dad. You can have a meal with your dad. You can smoke with your dad. You can drive up the street with your dad. All that with your dad. What can I do with mine? Mine's gone. Like, I can't do none of that with my dad no more. You know what I'm saying? Like he gone. So how can you feel my pain? You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I laugh at that when people say stuff like that. Like I mean, it's not to say like, oh, fuck you or nothing like that. It's just like, you ain't in my shoes, man. Like I don't see how you can feel that same feel. But whatever. But
I mean,
with the whole situation with us, you know, dealing with this though, it's been a learning experience. Like we even had positives come out of it. We done had a lot of negatives come out of it. But I mean, we just trying to learn to deal with more of the positive than the negative, you know. And it's like we both helping each other out, moving and getting through this, man. And it's not an easy thing, man. And I know my dad, he's looking down up on us, and you know he's proud of us, man. What we becoming. I told my brother, like, man, if we wanted to stop right now and just be like, man, we just gonna be a piece of shit for the rest of our life, we already did what our parents wanted us to do. You know, we just by us not being piece of shit niggas. Like, and they cool with that. Like that to them, they already feel like they accomplished something with their kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to say like, oh, okay, like we ain't, you know, I don't feel good about us or whatever, but me and him, we expect more. Like, we like, nigga, nah, we trying to, you know, put you in a house type shit. You know what I mean? I want you to feel like, you know, the utmost about me. But my mom and our dad, they already feel like we accomplished already. Mm-hmm. But we don't see, we like, well, why? All we doing is starting. All we doing is starting what we trying to do. That's it. And you already happy with what we doing now. And it's like, man, you.
And for those of y'all that didn't hear or understand what he just said, because I know some people were probably like, because that's all you probably heard was piece of shit. That's not saying he's not saying that our parents would be like, oh, they'll be satisfied with us being a piece of shit. Because I just know it's gonna be one or two motherfuckers that did not comprehend what you just said. I already know. And be like, did he just say that their parents will be satisfied with them being a piece of shit? Like, no, that's not what he's saying. So
if we were to stop right now, what are we doing? I'm trying to be a barber. He's in the dental field, trying to be a hygienist. We just trying to do that. That's already good enough for them. That's what I mean by us not even being because it's people, man. It's my homeboys, his homeboys, people our age that ain't even doing what we doing. Not to say that we shitting on nobody else or we doing something magically better than anybody. It's just we could easily be in somebody's coffin. We could easily be in somebody's jail cell or somebody, you know what I mean, in the penitentiary somewhere, or nigga slapping some bitches around, or nigga got 6 kids, I got 4 kids running around with nigga 5, 6 different. We could be in worse situations, pretty much. Is that what I was trying to say? And our parents is already proud of us of where we at now.
So I mean, and you know, kind of to go back what he said, you know, was saying before, you know, about just the way things are, you know, how we feel when people try to tell us, you know, things to get better. You know, one thing that y'all have to, when y'all do, you know, when people do say stuff like this, you know, one thing I do say to people is, you know, well, do you, like, for people that has had both of their parents in the household, and then all of a sudden one of them are gone, you know what I'm saying? We really only got one parent. That's like, when I think about that, I think sometimes that makes me sad. Because I'm like, man, that's all we got is my mama. And that's not to down my mama, you know what I'm saying? Because my mama's a wonderful lady, and she'll kick your fucking ass, I'll tell you that too. You know what I'm saying? And you let her tell it, she's, you know, I don't want to tell my mom's age. She's not old, but she's at that halfway point, and you can't tell I'm still fine. So
you can't tell her nothing.
Yeah, you can't tell, you know, but, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, It's just something, you know what I'm saying? You know, losing our dad, you know, for me, like I said before, man, you know, my dad was my hero. You know what I'm saying? And nigga taught us everything, man.
People gotta realize, man, like
we talk about him pretty much every day, whether we making fun of him or
yeah.
A lot of the shit you see us do is that nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. You know, so
shit, you know?
So I mean,
but it's like I really feel like, man, we got each other, so it's like, man, we moving through it, man. But it's like I couldn't imagine going through it by myself or him going by himself. Mm-hmm. Like, man, that'd be some crazy stuff right there, man. And just I don't know. It's like I feel like even though my dad is not here on this earth no more, and you know he got taken away from us, it's kind of a blessing. You know what I mean? Because I feel like we became more men during that time, became more mature during that time, became more stronger, more wiser, you know what I mean, and more patient was a big thing, I feel like, during that time, man. And it's like all we can do now is just take what my dad taught us, you know. He just taught us, you know, how to be the right. I mean, it's not like my brother said, he didn't teach us nothing wrong. It's not like, oh, he was out here and teaching us how to sell drugs and do all that type. Nah, it wasn't nothing like that. He just taught us like what not to do. You know what I mean? Just because he doing such and such, whatever, that don't mean you gonna go and do the same thing. Cause nigga, he can be doing one thing, but if you go and try it, he'll go upside your head quick, fast, and in a hurry. Like, you know what I mean? That's just how he was. So,
and I'm gonna say this because, you know, I know they say the saying, you know, you're not supposed to fear a man or whatever, but that's one. My dad put so much fear in the nigga. He ain't here. I tell you, I'm 34 years old, and I would have never raised up to my dad. I tried it once and almost got fucking busted over the head with a fucking glass. You know what I'm saying? You know, but he ain't here. And I still fear that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I probably heard his voice say something right now, nigga, I'll probably be, wait, what? You know what I'm saying? So
you probably hear this poop vibrate from this chair. You be like, damn, nigga, that nigga pooted it. Yeah, nigga, cause shit, nigga, I done heard that nigga goddamn Alvin Hayes voice, nigga, shit, nigga, what the fuck?
For real. I mean, that just what that nigga, he, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think it was more of like a fear thing. You was gonna respect him, man. That's just that. That nigga didn't fuck around with that respect shit.
Yeah, man, he wanted to make sure, nigga, his boys was not gay, nigga. Yeah. I tell you, man, I swear I felt like my daddy, man, he cared more about us being not gay than graduating. Cause, man, I've never seen him been like, oh, man, I'm just happy all y'all, man, y'all graduated, man. Oh, I'm just happy all y'all got jobs. This nigga told me, oh, man, I'm just happy all my sons came off straight. Ain't none of y'all gay, nigga, like, you know what I mean?
Nowadays.
Not to say, like, you know what I mean? I'm glad
y'all don't take that wrong neither, because I know like, some dumbass out there that's gonna fucking take that wrong too.
Like, I'm glad too, but you know what I mean? It's like, shit, nigga, like, say something like, nigga, I'm glad all my sons, nigga, got, you know, wear Jordans or something. Like, nigga, this nigga say, I'm just glad all my sons ain't gay, nigga. So, you know, man, my dad, you know, he just was real manly like that, dog. So, but, cool. But, man, he was a cool dude, man. And the thing about it is this, though, man, my dad had a good heart, and it's like all our friends, his homeboys, my homeboys, they looked at him like that was their dad, too. Dudes that didn't even have dads. Or, man, I got a homeboy who grew up with his dad all his life, man, but shoot, he more connected with my dad than his own pal.
Both our best friends. You that's crazy. That's cool. Both our best friends.
It's
Same
cool,
story.
But it's crazy, man. It's like, how can, and he tells me, it's like, how can you know what I mean, I relate more to your pops than my dad, because your dad gonna give it to me real, rather if I like it or not, nigga. He gonna tell me straight up, nigga, you gonna go and fuck that pussy, you know it got motherfucking AIDS or whatever, you gonna do that shit, that's what the fuck you gonna get, nigga. Don't be going over there doing that shit. If you still gonna go over there doing it, nigga, he gonna fucking be like, nigga, well, I told you, nigga. My daddy, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Well, this is just my homeboy talking. He'll be like, well, you know, my daddy, he gonna fucking, well, you wanna pull you this, hey, man, you know, you don't need to be doing that. You know, it's just it's a whole process with it. He's just more like, man, your daddy gonna give it to you real, get in, get out. You know what I mean? And that's it. And that's, you know what I mean? Most niggas relate to shit like that. Most dudes, you know, we don't really want to hear all that. Anyway, and not to say that my dad did do that, because sometimes he would talk your fucking head off. Don't get me wrong, he would talk your head off, but most of the time, nigga, he just gonna give it to you real, and then he gonna tell you, you gonna do what you want to do. Either you do it this way, how I'm telling you, or you do it that way. Same way this nigga do me. He
And
did him that way. He do
10,
me the same way, and it's just
9
like
times out of 10.
Yeah.
If he told you, I know with me, he tell you something and you go and you do it that wrong way. And he was never like, nigga, I fucking told your ass so. He just sit back and be like,
told you, right?
I told you, you know what I'm saying? Right? I told you that was gonna happen. Now you know.
Yeah.
Now you know. You know what I'm saying?
So now you know you ain't got to go do that shit again. Yeah. So if you do it again, that's on you, nigga, because I been through it. I told you, know what I mean? That's just how our daddy was, though, man. He was a cool, laid-back dude, dog, man. Everybody liked him, fool, and it's like, man, he was funny dude. Man, exactly, really, if you see how I am on here, man, dude just a clown, just like me, man.
He more like, and that's one, he more like my dad. I'm more like my mama.
I mean,
my mama a nut and crazy, but, you know what I'm saying? But, she's funny as fuck, too.
Mm-hmm.
But, she's just, I'm not going to say that because she might be watching this, so I'm not going to say that.
See, nigga? Right there. Right there. See, hey, nigga, this ain't just talk. He just proved it, and he wasn't even trying to prove it. That nigga scared, nigga. But, hey, I ain't finna point at the finger and be like, this nigga's a pussy, because I'm a pussy, too. So I'm just going to say, hey,
I ain't even going to know. She might be watching.
I ain't finna point the finger at him like he the big bad pussy, nigga. I'm a pussy ass nigga.
And I'll tell you, mama, we both bigger than my mama. You know what I'm saying? If I stand up, my mama probably come by right here. But, you know what I'm saying? You'll think she fucking DMX or some shit, nigga, when she get mad for real.
Shit, nigga. Paul Heyman guy, nigga.
No,
nigga,
Brock. That's what we call her.
Shit.
We call her Lil Brock.
Yeah, that's who the fuck she is, nigga. That Shantae Griffin get the go.
That's a whole...
Yeah, nigga, we'll have another video just on that, dog. You know what I'm saying? But more, back to, kind of with my dad, you know what I mean? One thing I want to say, though, is like, we'll remember a lot, that he's gone. It's just that we just got to keep the memories. Like, a lot of memories I keep in is like, the talks. Like, it's even been times where, like, I'll be like, man, dog, like, this will be a time I know I would go and talk to my dad, but he ain't here no more. So it just, now what I do is just kind of like, maybe I go in the closet and smell his jacket or something like that, it reminds me of the smell of him, or I'll think back to how, really, I mean, y'all, it may sound crazy, but I'll have an actual conversation by myself, and I will talk to myself like my dad's there. Like, I'll talk to myself, and I will say it how he would say it. I'll be like, man, daddy, man, really, man, I can really do it, dog. This is exactly how I would really sit and talk. I'll be really at my house or something, and I'll be like, hey, dad, what do you think, man, I should do about this situation? Man, I don't know. I don't know what to do about this. And I just do it how he would. He'd be like, man, I'm going to tell you like this, Shaquille, man. If you going to do it, man, you going out there and do it. But, man, if you going out there and you be careful. And, you make sure you watch it. You making sure people ain't trying to, you looking over your shoulder, He, that's how he talked to you. You know what I'm saying? He just, that's how I guess, cope with it. Or, just interpret me hearing his voice just by me saying it, to myself. And I may sound crazy or whatever, but I do it all the time by myself. I'll be in a room playing a game or something, man. I just make myself sound like him, like he's talking to me. And, I'm just thinking like, okay, I don't know what to do right now. If I was talking to my dad, what would he say? I think this is what he would say. Hey, man, Shaquille, man, you need to go and do this, take care of this, that, and the third, man, and you'll be all right, man. And I'll go about my day like, like if he really sat there and if I went to his house and talked to him on FM 78 and we was in the garage smoking a blunt or something. I mean, and that's just how I deal with it. He may deal with it different ways. I mean, it's just how we gonna have to get through it and move through it. I mean, and it may be times where we get to the point to where it's like, me and him may get to a point to where it's like, man, I've done this shit for, a few years, man, just on my own, man. I need you here with me, to talk to me. Rather, you may feel a certain way, but, nigga, I need you just to sound like daddy to me. Like, just talk to me like if it's... And nigga, you know how we is, nigga. We gonna do that shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We gonna do it, man. And it's like... Losing a parent, man, like... it's a roller coaster, man. It really is. It's something that you look at people differently too. That's one thing I did. You look at situations differently. You look at people differently. You take situations more seriously, and it's like, man, you just look at life a whole lot different, man. And I feel like, nigga, like we grew, from just our daddy passing, man. A lot of people may be like, what? How do you feel like you grew? I feel like we grew, a lot, from my dad passing, man. And I love him to death, and shit.
Miss him like crazy.
Yeah, man. Like I really, and I was just thinking about another day, man, going to go see his grave, again.
We
and
visit
stuff like that, man. So,
we visit out there quite a bit, too.
yeah.
And for those of y'all that maybe, because I never really shared the story, and I know this video is long, but I know that's the thing. I know the people that's really down for us is still with us, and I appreciate that. But I'm gonna make it very short. But it was a crazy. It was the day was actually really crazy, and me and Shakur, we was eating. Shakur was with him just that morning, and me and Shakur was out eating at a Wing Daddy's, just a little spot here, the chicken place here, whatever. And they called and they told us that they found him. Well, that he was not breathing.
Mm-hmm.
We thought, oh, we'll ride over here and he'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? And the thing was, he had an episode a few months before I went to the hospital to see him. He was fine. Or whatever. The thing was, it was raining real bad and all that shit. So, we go over there, go to the house or whatever. And I know I walk in and everybody's, they're crying and stuff. And everybody's like, well, he's gone. And, I know some people may laugh at this. You can if you want, whatever. But, I was like, I asked my grandma, I was like, oh, he gone in the ambulance? And they was like, no, he dead. And I was like, please. That's what I thought, you know what I'm saying? So when me and Shakur, we went to the back, he was there, laying in bed, just looked normal. So, I mean, we sat there maybe about 20, 30 minutes probably, poking at him. Shit, trying to tell him to get up, you know what I'm saying? But, and stuff like that. And, that, we sat there for hours till they came and, got his body and stuff. I mean, it's still to this day, it's unreal. The funeral, that's like a whole nother, that was a whole mess, man. I mean, black people, stop tripping. I mean, black people, especially when you ain't been a part of somebody's life like that, don't be your ass up at the motherfucking funeral tripping, dude. Mm-hmm. I don't know why this shit happens like that. You know what I'm saying? We had, somebody who wasn't really part of his, I'm gonna fucking say it. He had a wannabe grandmother, whatever. I don't care, because I know my cousins and all this shit watch this shit too, share it, whatever, show her motherfucking ass too. You know what I'm saying? Not really a part of my dad's life like that, you know what I'm saying? And she up there at the damn funeral acting a damn fool, passing all out and shit. They had to carry this motherfucker out, her glasses and shit all fucked up on her face. And I know some people may think I'm fucked up for saying this shit, but you know what I'm saying? Just it is what it is, because shit really pissed me off. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you did him wrong when he was growing up and shit like that. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? But, like I was telling my brother the other day, and then I'm going to be finished. I think the final, when they finally closed his casket, and this is no disrespect to my dad's wife or anything like that, but when they finally closed his casket, the core people of his life was standing in front of it. That was us two and my mama. And that's not knocking my brother, my sister, our younger brother, or my sister, or their moms or anything like that. But we were the core, you know what I'm saying? And I just think that's like the perfect ending to it. That's just me. That's just me.
Yeah, man, but I mean, going on to the whole funeral thing, man. Yeah, that was a whole issue, man. Like that was a whole big thing, and that was wild, man. But I mean, how I get past that, man, is I think about this though, real shit. Is my dad always was like this. He always like, man, he never really cared about funerals or nothing like that. He like, man, as long as my kids was there, it's all that mattered to me. He didn't care about all that other stuff. Who was the other people here or who acting the fool, and it's always the people who really don't do shit for people who the one who act the most fool at funeral.
I don't get that shit, man.
And I know people say that, but I've actually really in my life pretty much all the funerals I've been to, real shit. Like, most of the people that act the fool there, come to find out, even when I was younger and I grow up and find out, y'all were the ones beefing all the time. Y'all didn't even like each other. Or something like that. I'm thinking at the time, like, y'all just was all lovey-lovey, and nah, it wasn't even like that. And you the main one tripping. I'm like, you know what I mean? But, whatever, but, you know what I mean? I get past stuff differently, man. It's just like, I try not to get, I remember a lot of what he tells me. That's how I get past it. Just remember, like, I replay his voice in me, you know, in my head and stuff like that, just to get past bullshit. Just stuff like that, you know, to remind me the real, like what's really important, what did he really want, you know what I mean? So
I appreciate y'all sticking with us. You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all right now, this helped a lot because we got out a lot. So if there's nobody else still watching this long ass video, I know it's one person, 2 people that watched the whole video. So I thank you, DJ. I thank you, Kid Always. 3 people Jersey deep, because I know y'all 3 for a fact watched this whole video. But anybody else that has sat through this whole video, I appreciate y'all too, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all listening to us.
It could really go longer, man. But yeah. I mean, we keep going on and on and on and on, man.
Maybe we'll come back with a part 2 or something.
Yeah, you know that's coming. We can tell them now. Part 2 is coming. We gonna have that, and it may be a part 3, whatever. But
part 2 probably gonna be a little bit more funnier and crazier. Because
yeah, man.
I gotta show y'all how my dad's great grandma was acting up.
We'll get more into more detail, that was crazy about that.
And
man.
my auntie was pissed off. Ooh. Oh, she was. And then man, I was mad because these people had us standing outside for so long. My grandma was about to pat my dad's mom, and then, but man. No, I'm done. Cause
that's why I say, man. We just out here letting y'all know what happened with my dad and stuff, man. We'll go into other drama shit when we start getting into that drama shit, and trust me, y'all are gonna be ready for that shit, dog. Trust me, man. But R.I.P. Alvin Hayes, man, dog. That man, shoot. That's my nigga, always, dog. Man, y'all see the picture. Y'all see we look just like this nigga, dog. Man, and shoot, this video here. Is going shoot straight up to heaven to him. So, you know, he probably smiling down like, look at my boy, look at this nigga. He'll probably want some ass shaking in our face. Like, nigga, we can't do that shit right now, nigga. We got families out here, nigga. We fucking out here trying to be men, dog, and raise your fucking blood out here, nigga. We ain't trying to be out here fucking squirting and squeaking and skeeting and stuff all over the place, daddy. Come on now. Goddamn, man. And you know one thing he always used to be doing, dog? Why do parents do this shit? I don't know if y'all parents do this or not, but he always be talking about my mama, dog. Like, okay, that's my mama, and she looks good. I don't want to know about how y'all made us and shit. Like, I don't need to know all about all of that shit. Like, man, come on, dog. Like, she was fine, but dog, you ain't got to keep telling me every time like I'm your homeboy. Like, he just be, hey man, your mama boy telling you this boy shit. Like, okay, dog. This ain't Trina or somebody we talking about. This is my mama, okay? Like, you getting all into these underwears and shit, dog. Like, you know what? I think I'm going a little bit too far. I think I'm probably ruining this nigga shit. You know what? Mama, I'm sorry. He just would do that. Like, he just would do stuff like that. Daddy, you don't care, dog. Like, you just really gon'... I came out of that. Me and him. Like, and you gonna do... Press that red button goddamn thing before you got to make me stop, dog. Yeah.